Hi. All right, let's see what he has for us. He says, you may have heard that motivation, ability, and opportunity are the main ingredient for success. But today, I will introduce something to you, which is the chief ingredient for your success, says the Father. Believe me, you have never heard of that. If you are, then I have not told you that. Expand your faith and listen to my message, he says really big, and obey really big. If we want to succeed, I said that funny, we need a combination of hard work, talent, and luck. But I am highlighting a fourth ingredient, one that's critical but often neglected. He says, success depends heavily on how you approach your interactions with other people. Every time you, he says really big, interact with another person, you have a choice to make. Do you try to claim as much value as you can, or contribute value without worrying about what you receive in return? But before going deep into that, he says really big, Father has sent a special message for you. The Father says today, take heart, my beloved. I never sleep and I never close my eyes in slumber. I am never absent myself or take rest from watching over you to protect you and care for you and to provide every need in your life. I will never take my eyes from you. My ear is ever bent low, listening for your steps and anticipating on your behalf what lies ahead. I will see to it daily that all your paths are peace, and the way ahead is illuminated with the sure lamp of the light of my word. He says, there are things you didn't expect, and things that left you reeling and in shock. But nothing takes me by surprise. Run to me, he says really big, lean on me really big, for I am the oak of Zion upon which no axe is laid. For my roots are strong and lending their strength to you when strength is gone. Nothing occurs outside of my knowledge. I am not pacing back and forth in front of the throne, wondering how I'm going to salvage your life and take you on toward your destiny. Trust me, he says really big, in the difficult time, and the day star will arise in your life, and that right early. I will show you things, even the hidden things, hidden from the foundation of the earth. You will find the hidden treasures that I have held in heaven, that you might find and partake and receive from and be empowered by my spirit and informed by my word and covered in my blood, protected from all the encroachment of the enemy. So fear not the calamities that are come upon the earth. The iniquities of man are spilling over in their consequences, but you are the secret place. You are protected as a hen's chick's shelter, under her wings in the coming storm. Continue to hear and continue to see what others will not hear and refuse to see. Step out boldly and speak those things that I have put in your mouth, that others might be loosed from their captivity and released into your destiny. It says, I have provided for them in this season. The Father says today, your citizenship is in the far country where the king's business is, the business at which you are employed. You are a steward of the mysteries of my kingdom, says the Father, and to you it is given to understand deep things and to perceive clearly that which I have hidden in parables, that you might understand and perceive and partake of the hidden manna reserved for all those that hunger and thirst after more than the common religious fare that only satisfies those that are casual in heart, who never seek deep truth. Now, about the interaction thing with others. Oops. Sorry, my pages are flying away again. It's kind of windy out here. That's why I'm all zipped up. So he says, Father wants you to be a giver, he says really big. Givers always rise to the top. Givers are not distinguished by how much they donate to charity. Rather, givers differ in their attitude and actions towards other people. If you are a taker, you help others strategically when the benefits to you outweigh the person's costs. If you are a giver, you might use a different cost-benefit analysis. You help whenever the benefits to others exceed the personal costs. Alternately, you might not think about the personal costs at all, helping others without expecting anything in return. It's tempting to reserve the giver label for larger-than-life heroes, such as Mother Teresa. But being a giver doesn't require extraordinary acts of sacrifice. It just involves a focus on acting with the interests of others, such as by giving help, providing, mentoring, sharing credit, or making connections for others. Anyone can achieve success, but there's something distinctive that happens when givers succeed. It spreads and cascades. People are rooting for them and supporting them rather than gunning for them. Givers succeed in a way that creates a ripple effect, enhancing the success of people around them. Giver success creates value instead of just claiming it. He says in quotes, it's easier to win if everybody wants you to win. If you don't make enemies out there, it's easier to succeed, he says again in quotes. We read in Proverbs 23:4. He's given it to us at least this time. Thank you, Father. Do not overwork to be rich because of your own understanding. Cease. First, I want you to notice that this verse does not say don't work, and it doesn't say don't work hard. It says don't overwork. This makes me think about Grandpa. In fact, if I didn't know better, he is, because he's given me this song that's very clearly. You know, I get it that you want me to do some healing, but we're hitting some wounds, aren't we? Okay. All right, forgive me, guys. This is not about me. This is about everybody. They are so focused on reaching their goals and achieving whatever level of success they are going after that they are making a lot of sacrifices along the way. But they are making the wrong sacrifices. They are sacrificing their marriage, and they are sacrificing their relationship with their kids. Why? Because they overwork. And friend, that is not healthy. In fact, I would say that overworking is as unhealthy as not working. You miss out on the grand things in life, the important things in life. With some people, even their relationship with God gets squeezed out because they overwork. You need to be motivated. You need to work hard, but you don't want to overdo it to the point that you don't have time for your children. You don't want to work so hard that you don't have time for your spouse. And you don't want to so overwork that you don't have time for your God. You are missing life if you are just after possessions and you are sacrificing the more important things along the way. How does your work life measure up today? Are you overworking at the expense of your marriage, your family, and your relationship with God? If so, determine today to get your life back in balance. Overworking is overrated. Look at the next verse. He says, I will bet you can relate to it. Verse 5 says, will you set your eyes on that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away like an eagle toward heaven. Does it ever seem to you that your money has wings? That it just flies off more quickly than you would have ever imagined? Money can be very temporary, very transitory in nature. Proverbs 27:24 reinforces that truth when it tells us, for riches are not forever, nor does a crown endure to all generations. You need to understand that wealth is temporary. Just like over time, here is temporary. We are the implications for how we live our lives. As believers, it is so important for us to have a pilgrim mindset and realize that we are just passing through. This world is not our home. And then he says, this life is a vapor that appears for a little time and then vanishes away. If you begin to think that somehow things are permanent and you plan as if it is all permanent, you are going to get off course in your life with God. All right, well, I'm going to get going, but if you guys have a prayer request, comment below, so I can pray for you. Have a great day. Talk to you guys soon, okay? Bye.